Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome to Video Juice. My name is Craig. We are back with episode 7 of Supernatural. There's been a bit of a delay in this video coming out. I haven't done anything in the last 2 weeks. I got engaged 2 weeks ago. So things have been a bit hectic. So that's why there's been a delay in videos. Apologies. We are back on track now. Last time on Supernatural, we had the dual storyline. We had Jack and Dean off hunting necromancer. They found out it was a necromancer. She resurrected her boyfriend because he wanted to leave her. She was cray cray. She is now in love with Jack. So she could come back later on, or it could have been just a one and done story, you know. And we also were introduced to the Muska, this like fly type monster that can't take human form. That was a cool little storyline as well. I enjoyed both of them. I did wonder if, because I thought with the Muska, with the way the storyline went and with the Muska lore that we got, you know, they're an underground type thing. They don't come out in public. Every now and again you get one that goes out in public, like it can't get a mate or something, I think it said. It couldn't get a mate and then it went out in public. You know, it happens every now and again. It's a rarity. I was thinking it's a great way of introducing a one and done type villain like that. But what happens if we get it? We could get an enhanced Muska, maybe. You know, that'd be interesting if Michael went and did that. I don't know what it would be, you know, but it would be interesting if something like that happened. Maybe it could take human form then. I don't know, or maybe it just goes fucking weird. We also had Jack fall down in a heap at the end, and his coughing overcame him, and now Dean knows about it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the gist. I really enjoyed last episode. I loved the dual storylines. I think they handled them pretty well. I enjoyed all of the stuff that was going on. I need me some Cass. Let's get some Cass.
I do this. Okay.
Oh!
I need to.
Update with Nick.
I know I should stop.
This is what I've been waiting for.
It's just that it feels so good.
Oh, is he in a church?
Anyway, I know I've taken up too much of
No,
your time.
maybe. No. It looked like a church window.
You really should help me.
Yeah. Fucking knew it.
Okay?
Jesus.
You brought this on yourself.
Oh. Man. I knew Nick was off the deep end. I didn't expect him to go that fucking psycho. He's been gone for a few episodes, so he's had the time to let his insanity flourish. I still want to know why. Is it something to do with Lucifer? Or is it him the way he was before? You know? But I don't know. That was just a mad theory that I had.
Yeah, but I mean, weird stuff happens to kids all the time. Like coughs, bloody noses.
Not bloody coughs, though.
Is he okay? Jack!
Oh! Oh, man! What the fuck is happening to him?
He's dead.
Cause of death?
He was stabbed through the heart and he exploded.
Nice, Cass.
Oh,
man.
Sick. His name is Jack Klein. His father exploded. There, you got all the basics. Now, what does he need to do to save
I'm happy Cass is back, but I'm sad for Jack.
Jack?
Oh, they know something. Is it his body breaking down without the grace? Who's this? Is that Nick?
Hello? Dan Fargo.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, we're getting a dual storyline with Nick.
Easy to track down.
I got everything I wanted in one.
Okay, Chris, 6 years
I wanted
ago.
to see Nick again.
Jack's in total systemic failure. His body is in the process of shutting down.
Oh, it has to be the grace thing, right? It has to be.
Hell, I was even thinking maybe Rowena. I already called her.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. I doubt we'll get Rowena this episode, though. Probably next episode. Oh,
What's going on?
What's it look like?
oh, he's giving.
Street with nothing on but a hospital gown, his ass.
He's
handed.
giving him his jacket.
He's not going anywhere.
Thanks for coming.
I got to you as quick as
Oh,
I could.
nice. I'm getting everything I want.
I brought the Book of the Damned.
Which
you stole.
Which I borrowed amidst the ruckus of those folks arriving from the other world. But we can talk about that later. Just how sick is Dean?
Lucifer's son.
Oh.
Goodbye.
No. Stop. He's a great kid. His mother was a fantastic human being. And he wanted...
Sam and Dean, they say such nice things about you.
They do?
You saved all of us.
Butter her
From
up.
Apocalypse World.
Well, that's true.
So, before you go, I just wanted to say thank you.
Haha. No, she has to help him.
Bollocks.
Yeah.
Awesome Ray.
She will definitely figure out what's up.
It's delicate. His grace is what holds it in balance. And when Jack's grace was taken from him, his being fell into chaos. The cells are gobbling each other up.
Fucking knew it.
Magic, and he needs it quick.
How quick?
I don't
Oh.
exactly know, but he's entering a critical phase. Sometimes he'll look just fine, but then his body will give way and...
Oh shit.
Did you want to come in?
Oh, she is getting
Meet
shanked.
my friends?
Get away from me.
Oh.
Get away from me now. Go!
It could be residual Lucifer, like a residual Lucifer effect. If he's fighting it.
Get a parking ticket.
Gotta learn how to drive first.
And when it's all over, die.
No. Nope. Nope.
And I've spoken to some of the greatest minds in witchcraft, and they all say there's nothing will help Jack.
Well, then they're not the greatest minds, are they?
Fuck, man.
He was their guy. He's an expert in mysticism.
Oh
esoteric.
shit, man. Michael is still in there.
Ketch says the Brits swore by him.
Catch says.
Yeah. You think that's a good idea?
Yeah.
Don't even go. Bring him to do some shit. Don't even go.
Hey. You drive.
What? Dean, I don't drive.
Now you do. All right.
It's like I'm you!
No, it's not.
We better not lose Jack, man.
This is the best day ever!
He knows something. Was it Nick?
So let's talk.
The way things are being worded, you know, I feel like my theory about it being Nick could be true. True?
You are a cheap date. Certainly in Tahiti.
Oh, I wanted to go
You
fishing.
once told me you and your father did the exact same thing. I've had a good life, Dean.
No. Your life didn't even start. Don't be talking like this. We're not losing Jack. God damn it. We better not lose Jack.
Sergey!
Oh, shit. Holy oil.
As for my curriculum vitae, it can be shocked out of its progression by a recharging agent. Think of it like you're rebooting a computer.
And where would one find such a thing?
Speed up
First and foremost, a healer.
his grace recovery.
Archangel Grace.
Vintage. From Gabriel.
Oh!
Trade for my homebrewed cloaking spell.
What is it that you want?
I don't know.
Oh.
But tell the Winchesters they owe me.
That's gonna come back to bite him.
You saw somebody leave my house, didn't you?
Didn't you?
It was a cop.
So Artie said when he
Oh.
told the cops what he saw, they threatened him. Left town after the murders. See where I'm going with this?
That finger point.
Look, I was out of my head that night. I wouldn't kill anyone.
I know.
Did he got possessed, right?
I know. You were possessed.
What? You were possessed.
Yeah, this, hold this. It's not your fault.
This is my other theory. So Lucifer did prep him.
But this was the hand that murdered my man.
Oh shit.
And even if it wasn't you, it was still you. I can't let that slide.
Oh.
No, please.
You're
Please.
about to get hammered.
No. No.
Ugh. He is enjoying that. He is enjoying that shit. Show us them eyes. I think he's back, baby.
It's great.
Is it?
Jack,
No, I knew it was gonna drop.
did you say the words right?
I did!
And I don't want to stop.
He's cray cray.
I'm bonded to you and what you are. I think it's how you first found me.
What? What?
I don't know. Help me.
Stay by his side as he dies.
Oh. Fuck off. Well, that was an eventful episode. Holy shit. Might be my favorite of this. I'm going to say my favorite of the season. That episode, it turned and twisted so many different ways from when it started. Like, it started with the Jack stuff, and it was like heartfelt, and the scenes with him and Dean this episode were absolutely phenomenal. I love them. The two of them bonding is so great, especially considering the fact, like, they even addressed it in this episode. Sam addressed it in this episode, the fact that Dean didn't trust Jack at first. He thought he was evil. He thought he was going to take after Lucifer, and he wanted him dead. And seeing them together now after all of that is great. And the two of them work really well together. All the scenes in the Impala were just spectacular. I loved all of that shit. It's so good. A lot happened this episode. A lot was packed into this episode. I'm going to start with Lucy. Right? How is Lucifer back? How? The only thing I can think of is it has to have something to do with Jack's grace. Because Jack was the one that brought Cass back using his grace, right? This undiscovered, not even undiscovered, this undocumented power, right? That they don't know the limit of. It has to have something to do with that, because Jack brought Cass back using that power. Lucifer died with that power. His vessel is still around. Surely the vessel might have some residual grace or some lingering grace in there, or maybe it has something to do with Lucifer dying and having that grace in him. Maybe that grace is still present in him even after death, and that is what allowed him to hear Jack, or not Jack, Lucifer, or Nick, sorry, third time's the charm. That's the only thing I can think of, and it's the only thing that makes sense, and I really hope they explain it well, because Nick being a human shouldn't be able to influence anything in the empty, considering the fact that God apparently had no power there, you know? So I hope we get a decent explanation for that. Yeah, that shit is crazy. That's crazy. The only reason I can think of, like, I'm loving the Nick storyline. First off, I'm loving the Nick storyline. I hope we don't get Lucifer back fully too soon. I'm interested to see what Lucifer and the monster in the empty. I'm interested to see what their interaction is going to be like, because Cass annoyed the fucking shit out of him, right? And imagine what Lucifer is going to do. That it could be a thing that kickstarts the monster in the empty into doing something, you know, into becoming an actual character, because he's pissed off that this shit is it's the second time this has happened, you know. Now, look, I love Mark Pellegrino. I love the storyline with Nick. I'm going to go into more detail about that in a minute, but I hope we don't get Lucifer back too soon, just because we had 3 seasons of him coming back and being back, and we had, we had his death, and it was a decent death, minus the wire fucking rope fight shit thing that they had. We won't speak of that. Yeah, I'm interested in the Nick stuff, and I want to see that, and I'm okay with Lucifer coming back. I should clarify. I'm okay with Lucifer coming back. I don't want him to be the main villain, you know? We've had enough of that. I feel like they're bringing him back as a way to repower Jack, because they need Archangel Grace. The only Archangel that we know of that's still around, as far as I can remember anyway, is Michael, right? I don't know if I can't remember any other Archangels that are still around. So this might be a way of getting another Archangel around. It's a way of repowering Jack, right? That's the only thing I can think of at the moment. But I like Mark Pellegrino. I like Lucifer coming back. I moved it. We had the cat of San Pellegrino for when he inevitably dies. He might not now. I thought he was going to. He might not now if Lucifer comes back, but he probably is. He probably is. Nick at the moment is fucked. You know, he is psycho. So my theory was true. My theory about Lucifer basically prepping Nick as a vessel was completely true, right? That's definitely what happened there. I really thought they were going to go the whole Nick killed him thing, because the way they were wording some of the stuff, I was like, were they threatened to say don't, I don't know. I was thinking, like, were they threatened to say, like, don't like, forget that I did any of this, blah blah blah, or if there was demons did it, to cover his own tracks. But no, I liked all of the Nick stuff this episode. It was really, really good, and seeing him break down at the end, was crazy. It's like fucking, he has Stockholm syndrome or something. It's crazy, and it's like Mark Pellegrino is so good. It's so good. The bit at the end just was great. I stayed on that quite a bit. The bit at the start with Nick and the crucifixion, or him crucifying the priest, was fucking brutal. Absolutely brutal. It's very dark. Like, Supernatural is a horror-ish show. That shit was dark. All the stuff with Nick is very dark, and it's different for Supernatural. You know, that I like it. It's different. I like it. That's why I'm kind of hoping the Lucifer doesn't come back straight away. I'd like to get a little bit more of Nick on his own, but I feel like we've kind of hit a stop with Nick's storyline now, because he has broken down and he has prayed to Lucifer to come back. So I feel like we've hit the limit with that storyline now. You know, I don't really know where they could go now while they wait for Lucifer to come back. You know, I don't know. I was kind of hoping the boys would find out about it, but it makes sense that they didn't find out about it, because they're not weird deaths or anything, you know? Man, sorry, I keep trying to get off the Lucifer thing, but I keep getting brought back into it. Poor fucking Sammy. Sammy has to deal with this shit again. All of them do. All of the boys have to. But they have to deal with this shit again. You know? They finally rid themselves of him. It's cray. It's cray. As I said, the Jack stuff was great. Called the Jack thing as well. I kind of threw out 2 theories on both of my things there. With Jack, I was saying either his immune system wasn't fully grown because he's still basically a newborn. You know, well, not newborn, he's a few months old now, but I was thinking either the immune system wasn't fully grown, or his body could not sustain itself without the grace. And that turned out to be the case, and it's smart and it makes sense, and it was heartbreaking. Everything was heartbreaking. What did they call it? It's total systemic failure. That was brutal. I loved all of the scenes with Dean. I said that already. I loved the fishing thing. I loved them bonding. I loved Dean wanting to be there and give him these experiences. I loved Jack talking to Dean about what he had said about the fishing trip with his father, and Jack talking about wanting to build these memories and everything. Life being about the memories and the moments, you know. All of that was great. That was so well done, and it was so well acted. I loved it. There wasn't anything I disliked about this episode. It was a near perfect episode for me. I loved everything about it. We got a name drop as well, Abraxas. I have no fucking idea who that is, so I'm not even going to theorize. We're going to find out, I assume. Just to quickly go back to Nick for a minute, I found it interesting. I thought it was going to lead into something, but probably not. But I found it interesting that he was resisting the urges to do everything. You know, he was resisting the urges to kill and everything. And I thought that might have been a little bit of. I thought that might have been him. You know, his side fighting maybe a residual effect of Lucifer being in him, and maybe that was what was making him kill the Lucifer side, which is probably the case anyway. You know, we still don't get a full explanation for that. It's probably Lucifer being, or he could just be fucking psycho, and he might have always been psycho, but he had a family and stuff, so probably not. It could have been just Lucifer being in him, corrupting him, those lingering effects still being there, and him holding himself back from killing the woman outside the club. That could be just the Nick side of him, you know. Said I mentioned that. So the shaman was cool as well. I'd like to see him in a bit more. We didn't really learn a whole lot. He was just there, you know. He had grace, which I'm interested about the grace. I don't really see it happening. We're gonna say it just on the off chance because it popped into my head during the scene. What if? And I don't really see this because he kind of did the whole Gabriel thing. He was like, I gave Gabriel a cloaking ability or skill, whatever. It won't be a skill, it would absolutely be an ability. He said he gave him that, so it kind of negates my theory out the gate. But what if, I was thinking in the moment, what if the grace was experimented grace from Michael and it was part of his plan? I think I said it in the reaction. But there's too many variables to that, and there's too much stuff going against it, so I'm going to say that's not it, but I'm saying it anyway just in case. That's pretty much it. The Dean blurred vision shit. Michael is still in there. He's still fucking in there. I was annoyed. I'm still a little bit annoyed about the Dean Michael storyline being swept under the rug so fast, and then kind of just being forgotten for a while. Obviously, I'm a little bit less annoyed about it now. It's only my own expectations. It's not a slight against the show. It's true with my own expectations of wanting it to be longer and wanting Dean to play this character for a lot longer. But I like the episodes we got. I like the enhanced monster storyline. I like all the Nick shit. I like all of this Dean bonding shit with Jack wouldn't have been possible if he was still possessed, you know. So I like it, and I do feel like they're going to pick it up later on. I'm more hopeful about that now. Especially with this episode with the blurred vision thing. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it and see if there's anything in there, anything hidden, any hints. And there probably is. Let me know in the comments if there is, if any of you, although you've watched the episodes already if you're watching this, so no spoilers. But let me know if there is anything in the episode that I missed regarding Dean, or even the Lucifer stuff. I definitely missed some of the stuff with the Lucifer stuff, I'd say. There was a lot in this episode, a lot to process. So that's pretty much it. Thank you very much again. Apologies for the delay. It's been a hectic 2 weeks, but we're back on track. I'm going to be pumping them out now, and we're going to get done in time, hopefully for the new season. If not, I'll catch up while it's on. We'll definitely react to most of the season live next season. Yeah. Favorite episode of favorite episode of the season, hands down. Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. We will be back in a few days probably with some more Supernatural. We have some social media links and a website address down below in the description. You can check them out as well. Hit that like button if you liked the video, and we will see you next time. Later.
So I could soothe your frightened mind and let our souls collide. Rising tide so we can ride away upon a tumbling wave.